All right, so let's shift to international prospects. I know that's a niche for you. I know that's a specialty for you. Sengun, when we see a player that young playing in a domestic league like Turkey, which is probably the second best domestic league internationally, um, with stats like that, you really can't ignore it, right? I
Right.
mean, he does have a traditional big man game, which could be a concern somewhat, but he passes it well and all that stuff. What are your thoughts on Sengun?
I like him. Like him a lot. Had a chance to watch him play 2 years ago, and I thought he was good. I thought he was gonna have like a shot at the NBA, maybe late first round pick, second round pick, play a few years, and go back home and dominate. I did not see this development. He's lost a little bit of weight since then. And I mean, ever since I saw him, he always had good touch around the basket, was always like a throwback, low post scorer, had good footwork. But the number, like you said, the numbers he's putting up, you can't deny those numbers. And I agree. I think the ACB is probably the best domestic league. And I would say the Turkish league is number two.
Yep.
And you can make a case and say he's the best player in the Turkish league. I mean, 19-9 or 20-10, give or take a few numbers, is impressive at 27, 28. And he's doing it as a teenager.
Where would you have him on a big board around his range?
Uh, I so I think in the last mock I had the Thunder selecting him in the lottery.
Okay. He's
So
really moving up because I think some people have him like in the mid 20s, right?
yeah, yep. I've seen him as high as I've seen him in lottery on some other ones. I think like Tankathon may have him in the lottery or close to that range. I think it's gonna be all about fit. I think the Thunder would be a good fit. I mean, they're swinging for the fences and gambling on young guys anyway. So the one thing that I guess if you think Moses Brown is their center of the future, but I think that they would take a shot at him. It's man, it may just come down to fit. You know, there's some teams that may not like him because he's like you said, like a throwback center. I think if he was born in, or if this was the 2001 draft, he's a top 5 pick.
Yeah. The question is, can you guard anyone and can you guard everyone? Who do you see them guarding at the NBA level?
I think he'll be a drop coverage big,
Yeah.
similar to Nurkic in a sense. So, even like Jokic is a drop coverage big.
Yeah.
Not saying he's Jokic, not the playmaker that Jokic is, but and I had even made this comparison on the Chad Ford podcast. Jokic wasn't putting up the numbers that Sengun is at the same stage, and so I think for him the biggest thing will be defensively. He's a good shot blocker in Turkey, but if he can extend his range and be able to space the floor, I think that is going to be a big question. Which he has the touch. I mean, if you watch his touch around the rim, he has a soft touch and a good feel. So it's definitely going to be about extending his range and being able to defend in space. But I think Nurkic is doing well in the NBA. He's a starter on a pretty good playoff team. So if he has a Nurkic type impact or career, then you can say if he goes into the late lottery, then you got good value for that pick.